Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Andrea from Andrea Speaks TV here, and I'm back to bringing news and commentary you can use. Okay, listen, I hope you're doing well. I hope your family is doing well. And as always, y'all, thank you so much for supporting me here on the channel. Listen, I came across a story, okay? You all know I've been giving you all updates on the migrant crisis, coverage on the migrant crisis. Listen, y'all, I had to talk about this next story, okay? As a matter of fact, you may want to sit down, okay? You may want to sit down as I share the information that I have learned. Okay, listen, y'all. Now, according to my sources, okay, and I want to know your thoughts about this in the comments. According to my sources, okay, the state of California, okay, which I've talked about California here on the channel. Shout out to my California subscribers and supporters, okay? But I have a question. I have a question I want to ask. What is really going on in California? Okay, the reason why I say that is because, listen to this, y'all. The state of California, okay, according to my sources, is close to approving $150,000 loans, okay, for migrants who come into the country without going through the proper protocol. Okay, y'all know the word that I'm speaking about. For whatever reason, this platform doesn't like that word. To help purchase homes, okay? Yes, that's what I just said, y'all. That is what I just said, okay? Lawmakers in California, okay, according to sources, could soon make the Golden State, okay, the first in the country. California is known for a lot of firsts, okay? Remember how I told you all, it seemed like a lot of times with the agenda and different things that they're pushing, it seems like California, states like California, New York, it always seemed to be at the forefront of these ideas and things like that. Listen, y'all. So lawmakers in California could soon make the Golden State the first in the country to make undocumented, okay, migrants eligible for up to $150,000 in state-supported home loans, okay? Yes, y'all, yes, you heard right, okay? Now, my source says that the Democratic supermajority in the California state legislature is likely to pass a measure this week, okay, that would make undocumented migrants eligible for what is being described as, and I quote, the California Dream for All loan program, which is a state-funded program that provides 20% in down payment assistance up to $150,000. Now, participants in the program, okay, as part of one of the stipulations, allegedly, participants in the program must be first-time home buyers, and at least one must be a first-generation home buyer, while income levels must be below certain limits depending on the county where the recipient lives, okay? The measure comes amid the backdrop of what is being described of a national election in which immigration has taken center stage. The report notes with the Trump campaign, they're saying, attempting to tie Vice President Kamala Harris to Biden administration border policies that have proven unpopular with voters, okay? California Governor Gavin Newsom, you all have heard me talk about him on the channel, who has been one of President Biden's and now Harris's top surrogates they're describing on the campaign trail, has not said whether he will sign the bill into law if it clears the legislature before the August 31st deadline. Okay, now, Governor Newsom's office did not immediately respond to a Fox News digital request for comment. Meanwhile, Trump campaign spokesperson Carolyn Leavitt told Politico the bill is, and I quote, fundamentally unfair but typical Democrat policy, okay? However, okay, Democratic lawmakers in California seem to be defending the legislation, okay, arguing that it is simply designed to give undocumented state residents the same benefits afforded to everyone else in the state, okay? Here's a quote by Democratic Assembly member Eloise Gomez-Reyes, who said during a June hearing on the bill, and I quote, "It isn't giving out willy-nilly to just anybody," okay? This person used the term willy-nilly. So Democratic Assembly member Joaquin, I hope I may be mispronouncing it, y'all, Joaquin Arambula, who authored the bill, has argued that it still requires applicants to meet federal requirements, including needing a taxpayer identification or a social security number to apply for a loan, okay? At issue, according to Arambula, is a federal law preventing undocumented immigrants from receiving state benefits without a specific state law outlining their eligibility, okay? This person also shared with the news source, and I quote, "We simply want it to be as inclusive, okay, as possible within our policies so that all who are paying taxes here in our state were able to qualify," okay? That's according to a Rumbler. And who also said, and I quote, "Without the intentional law that we are introducing, we felt that there were complexities and questions that many in the immigrant community could have." Okay, now listen, some people may be for this law, some people may be against it. You know, are entitled to feel how you feel. But the question I want to ask is, what does that say to Americans born here, right? American citizens here who are trying their best to save up, you know, maybe whether they've been renting or never, you know, living with others. What does that say to them? Okay, the American people who are trying to save every penny, who are trying to be able to afford and qualify to buy a home. Okay, what does that say to our homeless men, women, and children? Okay, who don't have a stable place to live and things like that. What does that say to the American people? Now, as I have said before, y'all, you know, I know people are coming to the country from different areas. Some are fleeing war-torn countries. Some are fleeing natural disasters. And there is a sense of humanitarianism, a humanitarian thing to help those in time of need. Okay, but I have always said, y'all, and I still say, at the same time, while you're helping others, right? If that's what you choose to do, don't forget about the American people, okay? What is being done? Please let me know, okay? What is being done to help the American people afford homes, okay? To become homeowners. Down payment assistance, okay? Surely there are programs, but for some people, they may say, wow, up to $150,000. Sometimes these down payment assistance programs, they may do up to $10,000, $12,000. But typically, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I don't usually hear down payment assistance of up to $150,000. So it's quite shocking to hear. Very troubling times that we're living in. My question is this an incentive for more people to come, okay, without following the proper protocols and procedures? Now, let me say this, y'all. This particular article is referring to undocumented men and women who are coming, right? Now, I also got a report that those who did come into the country from other countries, right, who are not born here, and they went through the proper protocols, procedures, some of those people are offended, okay, that some people who choose not to follow the law as it relates to coming into the country and establishing or you know, residence here, you know, they feel, well, hey, you know, how were they able to do, you know, all these things and be welcome in and receive so much help when they may not have even gotten all of that, all of those benefits, and they came in the lawfully way. Okay, so let me know your thoughts on that. Very concerning times that we're living in. This all comes at, like we've said before, during an election year. Is this an incentive for more people to come and to even set up a place, you know, get an address to where they can vote? Okay, do you all know, and I've talked about this before on the channel, there are people who are voting in elections, okay, who claim to be, who, you know, it's said to be that they're undocumented. Is that right, y'all? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, okay? Thank you so much for supporting me here on Andrea Speaks TV. I'll be back to bring you news and commentary you can use.